Okay, we here? We good? I gotta make a Google form, and then I gotta open stream on my phone because I don't have two monitors. It's very embarrassing stuff, actually. Ooh. How are you guys? How are you guys? Live feeds are back. Wast. Thanks for the 11 months. Oh my god, 11 months? We're getting there. Yeah, we're in Zach's room. Honestly, I want it to be in my room, but the red walls do not function on the camera. Thank you, Katie, Jerry, Laker Girl, Indow. Appreciate all of you guys. Let me create a Google form. Now, before I send the form, I would like to set up a couple ground rules, okay? And then I'll give you time to think. Wrong mic. Shouldn't be the wrong mic. Is it? No, it should be the... I think it's the Yeti. Let me check out. Let me check. All right. Now it should be good, right? Better. Is that okay? The classic Google form stream. What can go wrong? And the best thing is I can't even screen the questions. Turn mic up? Really? Think up? Yeah? Is that better? Really? No, that's opposite. That's better, right? Hello. Okay. All right. Now, blew out my eardrums. Good. Thank you, Lolo, for the resub. K Barrera. Appreciate both you guys. How are you all doing? So, the ground rules of this Q&A. Let me move chat because this is very disruptive. So, the way this works, right? Ask me any question. If I refuse to answer the question, I can pass, but passing brings upon it the punishment. That punishment being I have to gift myself 5 subs, which is a punishment because basically I'm just giving money to Amazon. Obviously, there are some rules for the question. If your question is outright creepy or weird, I'm not going to answer it and I'm not going to incur a penalty. Thank you, Nizer Bees, for the 11 months. That's number 1. Number 2, don't ask legally binding questions. You know, not that I really have any of those to answer, but if there's some legal issue with the question you're asking, I will not answer said question. And that's about it. Don't be weird and don't make me break the law. So no NDA. You could use your judgment. You know, a lot of stuff is NDA, but I'll be fine. Some stuff is NDA and I won't be fine. Can ask you social security number. That's more what I was referring to, Steele. Yeah. Thank you, Allie, for the sub. I appreciate you. 11 months. Can you believe it, guys? What a life. How was the DMV? It's on Monday. Happy eviction anniversary. Oh, my God. It is oh, no, it is. I was evicted today. You can ask my GPA. It's fine. Oh, my God. 1 year ago today, Cory Wurtenberger was evicted from the Big Brother house. You know why? So it was funny. We were walking down Broadway, me, America, and Bowie, and they said, like, oh, it's October 14th, and I almost, like, broke down. So Joey's trying to get in. I almost broke down because I'm like, this is the day Blue won the veto. This is the day it all ended. And Bowie's like, oh, I don't remember anything. I'm like, you didn't study? I feel like a casual because I didn't know that. You are a casual. You all don't remember the most important days of my life? What's that about? All right, I'm gonna send the link and then we'll chat a little bit because there's a lot to chat about. So, you want to talk about the Chelsea Twitter thing? You want to talk about that? Eviction anniversary. Yeah, it's a sad one. Sad day. Here's what I'll say. Like, if people can be ignorant, that's fine. I do think there's a bit of... Twitter needs to understand how insignificant it is in the grand scheme of things. And holding one person accountable is not is not pushing the progressive pro-Palestine movement forward. I think, like, people should redirect their energy towards more meaningful issues and causes. Not saying different issues. I'm saying different issues in regards to Palestine. Like, that's all I'll say about that. I think it's, And also, like, I think the implication of blocking certain people is being overstated. I think sometimes you block someone because they keep adding you with criticism and hate, and blocking that person is not a statement in and of itself at all. So, that's what I think about that. Honestly, what I'll say is the fact that, like, this Chelsea stuff is, like, the biggest postseason drama is a testament to how boring this cast is in terms of drama. Like, they're very, they're all buds. Like, you guys saw the, you have a second PC in Florida. This is my MacBook. How's that? The biggest drama was, like, Cedric wasn't invited to Tucker's 5th birthday party. Y'all, come on. Yeah, like, the tweet's a bit tone deaf, but I think everyone would have criticized everything, albeit a fully, like, researched and carefully typed out, endorsement of certain organizations. You know what I mean? Like, there was not... I think the move was not tweet anything. I think that is the practical correct decision for someone in that spot. Tucker having 4 birthday parties straight was so funny. It did crack me up. Like, I feel like every day on the timeline, it was like, blank happened at Tucker's birthday. I'm like, what do you mean? She calls Twitter X. That's the worst crime of all. And I think I feel the need. I'll educate her on that. I'll take that upon myself. Janky World or Dire Fest? I think Dire Fest is a fun twist. I think they should do it when there's more people in the game. I think that should be like a final 12, maybe even 14 thing. But Janky World served no utility. It was a bit of a gimmick. Tucker went to Jasmine Rat for his birthday. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Hoping for Split House at 14 or 12 next year. I think it's fun. I think it'd be a fun idea. Final 10's too low. Yeah, it just... like, 2 Final 5s. Final 5s are so comp dependent. Just a little bit silly. You should warn Quinn and Leah about following fans on Twitter. I think you learn through experience, I think, is the best way of doing it. I think you learn through experience. I'll let people know if I think they're some insane people, for sure. Like, if I see someone following someone who I'm like, this is not going to be good for you long term, I'll let them know. Hoping for a quicker endgame next year. I mean, our endgame was quicker. Leah already followed the worst person on Twitter. Don't worry. Everything corrects itself in time. Don't worry. It's already not looking good in the short term. Yeah. Do you guys think you're going to get me to... For those who submitted a question, do you guys think you're going to get me to donate to gift subs? Leah had to ban a bunch of people from her IG lives. What were they asking her? What were the inciting questions? Oh my god, the Big Brother Bible guy went crazy today. Stop legitimizing Amazon self-publishing. Oh, just men being weird. Being pervs mostly. Well, that'll do it. That will do it. Fuck BB Bible. This is going to be the last time I ever mention him because I truly want you guys to understand he's no different from the average Twitter troll. He just has a book, but his book was published by himself on Amazon because it takes 5 clicks. So treating him like a personality in the community is overselling his impact, you know? He's literally a Twitter troll. Read those reviews, by the way. Again, I'm not worth the energy, time, any of that. It's just not worth it. What did you do today? Just stupid tweets. Stupid racist tweets. Okay, how do we feel? Do we feel like we have questions up? $79 questions. Y'all are crazy for that. All right, let's see if I can get it up. I like the Miami transitions. Oh god, there's a timer here. What the fuck? Oh my god. Why are there layers? All right, let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy too. And now I have to add a screen capture guy. Double Cory. It was triple Cory for a while. I guess it is. It's got to be from... All right, window capture. That's what I want. Good. And then I could... No, I don't trust this either. Okay. Then I put the webcam above the window capture. Actually, no, let's transform fit to screen and then put my webcam above it. And I think we should just about be good. Okay. I'll throw myself up here, though. All right. Is he using the restroom? I'm right here. Whiskers, relax. Relax. Okay. So I have the questions. I think we're good to go. I think we should be all sorted. Any question that I'm unwilling to answer is going to result in 5 gifted subs. So I'm going to keep track over here. If you guys want to keep track in the chat as well, that'll work. Turn off responses. I'll turn them off for now, but if we get through these, I'll turn them back on. We'll see. Favorite Peggle game? The one you sent me, Steel Cage. You could put it in chat. Whatever the one you sent me. Peggle 1. I heard the sequels are not as good. Who are you rooting for in Survivor 47? I'm rooting for Sam. Which, I'm very confused. Look, I'm really happy this is the case, but it seems like all of Twitter is rooting for Sam too, which I find kind of odd, because it's just his archetype. And I guess some people, people didn't really turn on him. They turned on Sierra this week, which, let's talk about that too. People are so fucking dumb. People are so dumb about this Sierra stuff. First of all, it was so objectively the right move, because I assume she's, the number 2. I feel like Sam would want to go with Sierra instead of Andy, with that group where she's 3 with the women. And also, stop moralizing everything. Obviously, being part of different disenfranchised groups has an impact on the game. Would you put, being a woman in that category? Well, in certain capacities, obviously. Some not as much. But I think, honestly, most of the people arguing that she's, not a girl's girl, which read America's, article about, are kind of just disingenuous, and they just do it every season to hate. But it's just so dumb. So dumb. But I'm rooting for Sam. I've met Sam. He's a super nice guy. He's from Nashville. I am surprised he has so much, like, popular support. Usually that archetype doesn't. That's what I would think. Okay, Whiskers, you're on thin ice. What's going on, man? Feels like you're very on edge tonight. I'm trying to multitask. I got the question up here. I'm trying to answer them, but I got the chat to my right because I don't have my monitor set up. Cory, if you give me permission, nice. Just, it's all right. You're good. I'm rooting for Sam, though. I think he's in a good spot, too. Last time you did coke, I've never done cocaine. Look, my drug history is shockingly boring. Or, I guess, unshockingly boring. I don't know what you guys expected. There is a lot of cocaine at Vanderbilt, though. Let me say. Rich college in the South. Yeah, there's a lot of cocaine. Not for me, though. I get very paranoid about all drugs. Not that I'm going to get in trouble, but that I'm going to overthink it and not react well. You love cocaine? That's good. That's good, Mike. Honestly, it might make you a better mod. Just wired all the time. You not doing drugs doesn't surprise me at all. No. Just vodka shots. I'm healthy. Can you show me the Squishmallow in the back? What Squishmallow do we have in the back? Is this a rare Squishmallow? What is this? It's like a mermaid or something? Jellyfish, maybe? Everything makes me scared except alcohol. Yeah, know what that probably is? Honestly, the everything makes me scared except alcohol is probably propaganda, because alcohol is probably less healthy than a lot of drugs. But also it's probably just experience. A lot of people have, like, drank some alcohol and then, like, not, tried something else so they know what one's going to do, not the other. Hey, Molly. Apparently Molly's watching the stream. Thank you, Rune, for the 11 months. Shout-outs. Again, hope you had a good time at the event. Alcohol can make you do some crazy stuff. Okay. America and I were watching an episode of The Challenge where Emily Schramm does blackface. Like, full-on blackface. Spreads, like, I probably Nutella or chocolate spread or something on her face. America's here? Oh, my God. Stop. I'm going to start blushing. Like, she's full-on blackface. And it's her and Camilla who cooked up the plan, which is not that surprising if you know Camilla. But it was Emily. I'm like, I didn't know that. In the edited show. Yeah, and then they just kept going. It's crazy. Emily did blackface to imitate her partner, who obviously was black. And then they have to, like, work together and go into the arena that night. It's pretty crazy. The Challenge blackface now, it's crazy. Like, it's full-on blackface. But, there you go. There's the Squishmallow. What was the BB25 discourse you all gotten with Bowie? It was just, we were talking about Bowie's game. And, like, Bowie was trying to justify getting rid of America and, going to the Final Three with Matt and Jag. And, obviously, America and I have done more work to, like, watch the show after the fact, especially me. So we were trying to, like, explain why not, and it got heated. Not seriously heated. Like, it's fine, obviously, but, I think the main point about all of that is when people talk about, hey, it's not personal, it's just game. We are all people playing the game, so when you say your game sucks, you played terribly, that feels like a personal dig. Because it's not like there was this separate, there's me and then there's me playing the game. Like, that is still me. So I think that's why a lot of people take, like, shitting on their game as something personal. What company do you use your microphone? This is a Blue Yeti. But my actual microphone is I actually don't know what it's called. Next real stream, I'll let you know, Whiskers. Bowie can be a bit delulu, but she's funny for it. I think almost every single Big Brother player is delusional when it comes to their own game. Without exception. Whether it's myself, Bowie, Jag, Chelsea, Mackenzie. Everyone's delusional about their own game because it is impossible to judge yourself objectively. Granted, it's almost impossible to judge yourself objectively at all in Big Brother. So, that's what I'll say on that. All right. Next question. Roblox when? I want to do a community night again. When I'm back in Nashville, we'll set a date. But I want to do one. I really enjoy them. He freezes every 10 seconds. Is that true? It looks okay to me. Never. No. You guys are going to love it. Favorite Twitch chatter? Favorite Twitch chatter? It's a tough one. I would say Rune Queen, maybe. Loves gifting subs. Met her in person. She's delightful. I think that makes sense for me. Ned is... I think he pops in like a... Whenever you see Ned in chat, it's like, oh, Ned's here. Whereas everyone else is like, ugh, Tom's here. You know what I mean? But I think those are my answers. I'm kidding, Tom. I'm kidding. Do you know Angela said on BB26 live feeds that was hidden from the feeds? If so, tell us what. Do you know what Angela said on BB26 live feeds that was hidden from feeds? If so, tell us what. I have stories that don't line up that I'm not going to say, so that is 5 subs. And I think that's a fair question. I'm not going to say that's not a fair question. So that's 5 subs. That's 5 subs. All right, you got me. You just say no? I'm going to answer honestly. Around that whole, like, Angela, Lisa, that whole, like, set of weeks, I've heard multiple stories, and I don't know what's true, and if they're all true, if none of them are true, what matters, what doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna, that's 5 on the tab. I'll gift them all at the end of stream. We need the tea? No, you're gonna get 5 subs instead. But that is a good question. That one's fair to ask. Honestly, just catch America on a live. Then you ask, okay? That's the move. Find America on a live. Whiskers is a menace. America, is John Locke treating you well? What's your opinion on PDA in public? I think it's fine. I think it's fine in general. If it goes overboard, I think it's weird. But in generally, I think it's fine. America's been using John Locke as like a... You know, like in Home Alone, when Macaulay Culkin is like putting the cardboard cutouts in front of the window so people won't attack him? She's using him as like a guard dog. But I think PDA in public's fine. It's not really for me. But for other people, it's fine. Favorite movie character? Whiskers, you were supposed to ask in the forums, man. Favorite thing to do when you go back to Florida to visit? Go to my restaurants. And they're not even like nice restaurants, but I go to like my little poke place, and I have my chicken place, and I have my Mexican place, and I just go to those 3 every time. And I just like pick a different friend to go to each one with. Golf too. Those are my 2. They stopped giving responses. I already have 80 questions. You in America said flirting is cheating, so isn't she always cheating? No. Like, so, I'll answer this, because I think you guys are being stupid bitches about it. You guys, like, the one of you ever who typed this. There's a big difference between being, like, a flirtatious person and, like, in the house flirting with, I don't know, a Jag, for example. First of all, when you're playing a game, also while I'm there, also while you're telling. Like, it's very different from, like, if I was flirting behind America's back with someone, like DMing back and forth, that would be very, very weird. Very, very weird. Also, there's layers to these things, right? There's a big difference between, like, being flirtatious and, like, talking XYZ in the DMs. All right, timeout Whiskers for 10 minutes, and we'll see if they're still there after. That's my answer to the question. But ultimately, like, I think this speaks to the unhealthy way that you view relationships as opposed to anything about myself, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I implore you to improve upon yourself. Is that 20 minutes now? It's all right. What do you wish people didn't know about you that became public because of Big Brother? Didn't know about me that became public after Big Brother. That's kind of interesting. There really isn't much. I'm not like ashamed of anything I've done really. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna answer. I don't have a problem with not answering it. What do you wish people didn't know about you? I was embarrassed about the kissing thing for a while. That was kind of embarrassing. I don't like people like commenting on like my sexual activity. I think that's very, very weird. So I don't know if that's something that became public because of it, but I think that's weird. Like basically like whatever issues I had with intimacy were brought to the forefront because of Big Brother and became a topic of discussion, even for a small period, and that sucked. So I think that's probably the answer. But after the fact, it's definitely people just being mean about weight. But that's like a different question. He's a good kisser now, moved mountains. What was your ACT score, your SAT score, or both? SAT was a 1520 super score, and I think I got a lot of 1490s to get up to a 1520 super score. ACT was 34. But like I took like the SAT like 5 times and got 1490 4 times. So eventually my super score just kept climbing up a little bit. I think you're looking thinner for real. I don't know if I'm looking thinner, but I'm a lot stronger than I ever was. I'm lifting way, way more weight. What's an ACT? It's an alternative test to the SAT. So you can take the SAT or the ACT. The SAT is a little bit more standardized. The questions are a little bit harder. ACT questions are a little bit easier, but there's way more of them in a shorter time period, so it tests speed a little bit more than, critical thinking. And it's funny, like, those scores were really not enough to get me into Vanderbilt. Like, those were, like, below the median for my demographic. 34 is almost perfect ACT. So, SAT's out of 1,600, ACT's out of 36, LSAT's out of 180. You suck at Valorant, help. Focus on your utility, and crosshair placement. If you're shit, at least help your team with your utility. Stop picking duelists. And aim is not nearly as important as crosshair placement. But I'm pretty bad, too. The Arizona Cardinals are ass. You should never be a fan of them again. Disgraceful. I like them this season. They're not very good, but they're very fun to watch, and I think they've got some good young players. I'm happy to be a Cardinals fan this year. Wood 3 talking. Wood is not even a thing in Valorant, but I was Ascendant. I peaked Ascendant. Now I'm probably high plat, low diamond, but I haven't placed in multiple seasons. Don't they have a losing record? They've been playing some good teams. If you had to make a cast, half of BB25, half of BB26, how would you cast it? Diversity rule applied? Okay. I'm just going to do 8 guys. So 4 guys from each, okay? We're taking Quinn. We're taking me. Let's do the BB26 guys. We're taking Quinn. We're taking Cam. We're taking Tucker. And we're taking Cedric. Those are my 4 guys from BB26. From BB25, I don't know if I can get 4 guys. Me and Heisem. That's 2. What other guys do we take from BB25? Jag. I'll take Jag still. I know you guys are not. Yeah, I'll take Jag. And then I think I take a 5th BB26 guy. I'll take a fifth BB26 guy. And that would probably be Chemo. I'll take Chemo. That's how we get to 8, okay? So it's Cory, Cedric, Quinn, Cam, Tucker, Chemo, Cory, Heisem, Jag. That's our 8 men. So I need 5 women from BB25. That should be easy. Felicia Surrey America. And then I need like... I mean, it kind of gets a little bit hard after that. Izzy, obviously Izzy. And I think I'd run Kirsten. See what Kirsten's got. So that's the 5 there, and the 3 women from BB26 would be Chelsea, 100%. Probably, honestly, still MJ. I think MJ's fun. And then that last spot's tough. Like, it could be Leah. It could be T-Core. I'll say T-Core. T-Core or Leah. One of the 2. Oh, Angela. It's got to be Angela. All right, scrap that. Chelsea, Angela, and T-Core. Chelsea, Angela, MJ. It'd be, that last woman spot could be anybody. We can have a 17. Sure. Give us Angela and T-Core. Or Angela and Leah. One of the 2. Good to see Joey's okay. Oh, he's hanging. America hates Joey, though. What is he doing up there? Do you all see him? He's, like, perched on the mountain. I like how you said diversity rule applied, as if I would just throw all the white people on the cast. Who do you think deserves to be on All Stars more, you or Quinn? Deserves is a stupid word because neither of us deserve doesn't exist. But who's more likely to be on All Stars is Quinn, and I think that's abundantly clear. I don't think production has a single negative emotion towards Quinn, whereas me, there's definitely more. I think who's a better player, I would say me, but who deserves to be on All Stars more? I think Quinn. And I don't think it's my fault, but I think Quinn had a bigger role on his season, on his TV show, than I did on my show, which is because of production, of course. Like, there was a different version of BB25 where I have a much bigger edit, obviously. But I think, like, if I were to, in my head, like, think of the most impactful people from each season, on my season, I think, like, there's more people before me than there are before Quinn. But, you know. So I think Quinn's more likely. I think based on the edits, it makes more sense for him to come back. But I do think I played, obviously, a better game. I think it's hard to, deny that. Quinn's very charismatic in the DR. Yeah, I mean, I was charismatic too, but I think they liked me in general on the show. But I think you could tell they love Quinn. Thank you, Two Sword Hockey. I appreciate it. I feel like All-Stars comes down to convenience, who they can get. I don't think it's convenience when it comes to my archetype. I think they can pick. Everyone's going to say yes, you know what I mean? I like Quinn, but Quinn was an awful player. You're a pretty good player. I mean, I don't think the gap between us is as big as you all want to make it out. Like, I think I definitely am better and played a better game, but it's not about who plays a better game. I think Quinn played arguably a more fun game even. He was all over the place. But I think Quinn would be my pick if I was production. Would you rather have done Janky World or Dire Fest, which do you think was more difficult? I think Dire Fest is more difficult because it's not a normal Big Brother week. So you could just get screwed because of competitions, and that sucks. Janky World, I think there's still a lot of room to maneuver. But I do think Janky World was harder physically. I'd rather have done Dire Fest because I think it would just be fun. I like wrinkles to the game. But I think Dire Fest is harder. The Wall Yellers makes it pretty crazy. Janky World was just so bad to watch on feeds. Like, I hated Janky World. Have you ever lied to us about something that you didn't want to share? Yes. That answers the question. Who's the better fan of yours, Quinn or Joseph? Quinn. Joseph, I don't think is necessarily a fan of mine. I think he liked me. I think he was rooting for me. I guess that does make him a fan, in the same way I was a fan of his. But Quinn is much deeper in the trenches. Unless you're saying who's better at the game, in which case I think I still would say Quinn, even though I have like Joseph is a much better strategist. I think he's much better at figuring out where to go and making the right call. I just value the social game a lot more than strategic game in general. So I think it still goes to Quinn. Yeah, and the comps is a big factor too. Like I trust Joseph's brain more, but Quinn's social ability and his comp ability is just too much better. Joseph gonna see this. I've talked about it with Joseph. Shout out from the BB Wiki. Shout out Shinks Boy. You're from the BB Wiki. Love that. I'm a known user of the wiki. Recommending Big Brother to a friend who's never watched the show. What seasons do you tell them? I think season 10, 17. Honestly, you can give them 26 at this point. I think 6, 10, 17, 26 feels right to me. 20, sure. 20's fine too. BB7's been great. Oh, I've been enjoying it a lot, but it's definitely not the season to start with. 10's probably the best, though. There's like no twists, and it's very straightforward, and it's also the best season of the show. Not 14. I think you want to get a bit of the history of the returning players first. I think like I would honestly recommend a lot of people to do like watch season 6, then season 7, then season 10, then season 14. Because, you know, season 7, you don't have to watch 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like, it'd be good, but you don't have to. Will you ever be able to convince America to get a pet? I hope so. I mean, the truth is, I'm not going to try to convince her very hard because I don't want to get a pet that she's not going to like. You're good, Whiskers. I love animals, and I'm not going to, you know, I don't want to make her compromise that kind of thing if it, you know, is that adamant of her. So, I don't think that's my job. Answer is no, and there you have it. I recommend season 16. You're part of the problem, Shinskis. You're part of the problem. If you had to go camping with 3 people from your season and 3 people from BB26, who would you choose? 3 people from my season, so I'm not counting myself. I'll take America. Well, America would hate camping. I don't think... America, do you want to go camping? Tell me in the chat, because I could free up a spot if you don't want to go camping. But from BB26, it would probably be Cam. He just seems so chill. Quinn... We'd have a good time. And then that last spot, I think Rubina would be a really fun campfire presence. America says where? I'm not taking America camping. Never mind. Never mind. Honestly, give me Surrey. We'll go glamping. Give me like Surrey. Mimi will be chill, and Karsten will be chill. If we're camping in the backyard, I'll take America. If I go with Suri, though, we're not going to be out in tents, which I would like. Suri be complaining, what do you mean? No, it'd be nice camping. She's also built a shelter before. Bowie'd be fun. Yeah, Bowie's a good choice, too. What did America give you for your birthday and anniversary? She got me a lot of Lost stuff. She got me the John Locke cutout. She got me a Dharma Initiative sweatshirt, which I have somewhere. She got me a big Lost, like, quilt blanket thing. Super cool. We're in our Lost era. Very, very cool. Hot take on BB26 you're too scared to say? I mean... My hot take is pretty ridiculous, so I don't even, like, it's like, for me, and this is just for me, I'm not saying objectively anything, I think for me, it's a bottom, well, no, for me, it's probably, like, a middle-tier season. I was gonna say bottom half, but there's a lot of bad seasons. I would say of the 25 seasons, let's say 24, because I didn't really watch Big Brother 9, I'd probably have it, like, somewhere from, like, 10 to 13. Which I know is, like, not really a hot take in this chat, but in the general Big Brother sphere, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is close, Shanks, but we might get to more after. I think it's like a middle tier season for me. I was not crazy about it. Maybe it's because I'm a hater, though. Thank you, Allie, for the 11 months. Appreciate you. 10 to 13 seasons better is crazy. Wait, so here's the thing. I'm not conventional, though. Like, I think 25 is better. I think 24 is better. I think 20 is better. I think 18, 17, 14, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 3. I think those are the seasons better. So I don't know how many. If you guys count it, that's probably like 11 or 12 seasons. 24 is not better. I could see the argument either way for 24. 24 is more my type of season, but I think that's the closest analog to it. I think people who love the feeds this year probably like the feeds BB23, like the fun games all the time. It's just not for me. That's my hot take. Would you rather lose your testicle or lose both legs? Lose your last testicle or lose both legs? Lose my last testicle. It's not even a... Yeah, like, straight up, if you offered me the same amount of money for my other testicle, I wouldn't take it, but I'd think about it. Easy question. Easy question. Obviously, like, you become infertile, but I don't think there's crazy health consequences. You'd have to take testosterone supplements. It's something I've talked about, like, legitimately talked about, like, because you have to think about it like a kidney. Like, you lose one kidney, you're okay. The other one, elasticity takes over, or neuroplasticity, sorry. But then you're at risk of losing that kidney, and you can't do that. Lose another testicle, there's consequences, but it's not that serious. You don't mind infertile? America, I don't know if I'm just infertile or if I'm like... I think I'm empty. I don't know how else to phrase it. Like, I know what America's implying, but I don't know if that's possible. No, honestly, that's what I mean, Taylor. Is that not... Someone else could do the research. How often do house guests get diarrhea or other similar stomach issues? Was the bathroom a designated place for that? Interesting. I think generally speaking, when people needed to take a shit, they would go up to the HOH room because you'd have more privacy. Because it sucks going to the bathroom in the bathroom where everybody hangs out. So that, generally you would go up to the HOH room and then like spray something. But I think a lot of people got very bloated and had stomach issues during slop. Otherwise, I don't think it was too bad. Did he gift any subs yet? I've got 5. I'm going to gift them all at the end, but I have 5 subs I have to gift right now. Throwback to you telling America you have to go shit mid-convo. That happens all the time with me in America. It comes at me very quickly. There'd be some amount of ejaculate, but it would be clear, not cloudy like we all know. Thank you, Mountain Doofus. Now ban them. No. But thank you. I appreciate the insight. But yeah, that is the HOH bathroom is where you usually go. Have you talked to Quinn about streaming soon? No. I want to have a normal conversation with Quinn before I ask him to start collabing. You know what I mean? I want to give him time to settle, call him, chat with him for a while, and then we'll go from there. But we're going to either do best tweets or the award show. I'm going to ask him which one he'd prefer to do. Favorite college course? I took a class called Courts and Social Policy. There was only 6 of us in the class. And the professor was like a big-time law guy. He wasn't a good professor, but he had a lot of contacts. So we did like Brown versus Board of Education we were just talking about. And he was able to get like the lawyer who tried the case on Zoom, which was very cool. And it would be funny because like you read about the case and it's like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then you're actually like listening to the guy and the guy's like, yeah, the fucking prosecutor was a dick. Or vice versa. The defendant was a dick. It was pretty funny. It's got to be best and worst tweets. Yeah, I'll combine them probably. But yeah, that was my favorite class. It was just so small, and I was actually learning stuff, and I'd go to class excited. I enjoyed it. What's something you've said on stream that you regret saying? During a live, remember the first week or couple weeks after when I made the America anti-black joke, which it's not even like a terrible joke or anything, but it just wasn't worth the trouble. And I do regret, that whole rant where I was saying everyone on BB26 wasn't a good player. Again, I don't disagree with much of what I said. Obviously, Chelsea's a really good player, but that was before she played the perfect endgame, so I don't feel that, like what I said was crazy. But, I don't like when things are clipped. Like, it's annoying. I don't like seeing stuff on Twitter. And I stand by it for the most part. I was basically saying everyone on the season sucks, and then I said Chelsea's not even that good, which obviously she is that good, but that was before she started playing her perfect game. So, I don't regret it that much. Going to Orlando in late December. Rex. Disney's going to be packed, but you can check it out. They have a lot of awesome mini golf courses there. Fantasia Mini Golf is wonderful. Honestly, go to the water parks. It's Florida. It's not going to be that cold. The water parks are kind of where it's at. I know some people are against water parks because of the germs, but, it's a germy world. I'm a Universal guy myself, so Islands of Adventure I'd recommend. Busch Gardens in Tampa. I'm not a Busch Gardens fan, personally. But, yeah, Fantasia Mini Golf, Islands of Adventure, and then if you go to Universal, the NASCAR Cafe. It's awesome. What is your biggest concern? That's it? About your online footprint, public presence, and applying to law school. I don't have any concern about that. I think my online presence and all of that is going to help me immensely, more so at least than hurting me. I haven't said anything that I'm, wouldn't back up right now. I'm not concerned, but it's kind of annoying. I think if I ran for public office, it would be really hard. Not that it's really a plan of mine, but I do think it's almost impossible. If I wanted to be a judge and get appointed somewhere, had to get Senate confirmed or something, I think it's almost impossible, considering the amount of stuff I've given on specifically the live feeds, but streaming too. Not really a concern of mine, but it is, I think I have ruled myself out of a few jobs, which is fine. Take off your shirt? That is not a question. Damn, you guys are not giving me any hard questions. Say one thing you like about BB25 housemates. All of them. Every single one. Okay, I think I'll start with the easy ones. I'll go in order. I think Jag is hilarious. I think he's a very funny guy when you hang out with him. I think it is extremely impressive how well Matt handled being deaf in the house. I think he overcame a lot in regards to that. Bowie is the most fun person I know. Just a fun person to be around. Felicia is one of the most unintentionally funny people in the world. Suri is she's one of the best social strategy players of all time, if not the best, at least when it comes to the social part. America's perfect. Blue, I admire a lot the hustle from Blue postseason. I think she's done a great job, pushing out content and doing well. Cameron's tough. I think. What's the Cameron compliment? What can I compliment him for? I think Cameron's been through so much, even before the show, in terms of his military service and everything before that and after that. I think he's an extremely resilient person. I think he's very resilient. I think that's a fair compliment. Even in the house, like, obviously he put himself in a lot of shitty situations. It was all on him, but I do think he was resilient in dealing with it. He was always a good sport when he was being evicted. Mimi, I think, is super intelligent. You could tell whenever she comments on politics, it's like, oh, like, obviously we know she's smart, but she's actually like a great political mind. Jared, I listened to Jared's music for the first time. He's fucking good. It was actually kind of crazy. Zach played it on our car ride to San Diego. I was like, damn, Jared. He's good. Izzy is hilarious. I think she's great on Twitter. I think she's my favorite BB25 Twitter account. Red is just authentic. He's such a character. And, like, you think he's faking it, but he's not. I've spent too much time around him. He's just one of a kind. Wow. America, you might have my least favorite Twitter account. No one else's Twitter accounts have gotten me in trouble. I think yours might be my least favorite. We're building up to Luke, by the way. Heisem. I think Heisem is the best reality character from our cast. I think he's just insane. I think he's perfect reality TV casting. Riley is just super sweet. Really nice person. Not a bad word to say about her. And Kirsten, I think, carried the BB25 postseason for the first part of it. This season needed a Kirsten. I think Luke has a really good jawline. That's what I'll give him. Who from BB26 have you talked to? Not many. Quinn, I've DM'd with. I've actually spoken to Joseph. I've obviously spoken to Cedric. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, not many. I'm not there, you know? They're all in LA. I guess they're flying back now. When's the poker stream with Joseph? Does Joseph play poker? I don't really play poker. But if we could get a Big Brother poker night, that could be fun. Be honest. Are you happy Quinn couldn't say beat you, Cory, in the DR? I'm genuinely happy I beat Quinn. For sure. Like, just because Quinn's going to get called back on All-Stars and win and all that, at least I'll always have, I performed better than you on our first seasons. I thought you messaged Mackenzie. I messaged MJ. She hasn't gotten back to me, but she's very busy. I don't blame her. But no, I haven't DM'd back and forth with MJ. I just sent her a message being like, hey, you don't deserve any hate. You're cool. But yeah, no, I'm happy I beat Quinn. Sure. Have you ever gone skinny dipping? Yes. Alone, but yes. What plans do you have when you get back to Nashville with America? Well, we're going to have my car, finally. I'm going to have my license. We could drive around, go to all of our places. We have to catch up on movies. We have to see Joker. I want to see Megalopolis. I think it's out of theaters. We have to see Nightmare Before Christmas. I want to go to D.C. with America. I haven't told her yet, but I want to do that. Joker was so bad. I can't wait. I want to... Well, we're going to... America's home in November. We're coming back here in December. We're going to the charity reality event in December as well. There's a lot we're doing. A lot of stuff. See, We Live in Time. That's the Andy Garfield one. A lot of plans. Are you actually passionate about becoming a lawyer? Are you going to do it more so out of expectation or obligation? I'm not passionate about becoming a lawyer at all. I think I'll be good at law, and I think I might like it. But I think it's very hard to be passionate about wanting to be a lawyer undergrad, because you don't get much direction in high school, undergrad, anything about law. But it's not because of expectation or obligation. I don't know exactly what to do with my life. I think law school is going to be a good thing. Having a law degree is going to be important in whatever field I end up going in. And if it ends up being in actual, like, you know, being an attorney, I might like it. He's passionate about the money. I'm not gonna go work at like a private firm in consulting or anything. Like that's not for me. I need to feel personally fulfilled. Not to put down those jobs, but for me, like, I'll just go crazy. So no, I'm not super passionate about it. What are your Halloween plans? We have costumes that I have to go buy. I have to go back in Nashville. Here's my hint about the costume. It's not an actual costume. I have to go buy normal clothes and then do makeup. So that's my hint. But I don't know if we have plans. I assume we'll go out. I assume we'll find a bar that's doing some Halloween party and go. That's my plan. I don't know if America's cooking anything up. Do you have a dog? I do. His name is Joey. He's over there. My Ainsley and Nethergorgon theory lives on, yeah. You think I could just buy normal clothes and be the Nethergorgon? Do you think you and America are going to go the distance? Does that mean be together for all of eternity? I don't know. I hope so. But, it's hard to forecast that long. But I do hope so. You said, the question was forever ever? You said forever ever? When are you going to give America a ring? I'll get her a ring soon. I think the necklace bit is getting a bit old. But in terms of an engagement ring, I don't think America wants to get engaged. It's my understanding. Which is very nice for me because it takes the pressure off me. Not that there was any pressure, obviously just a year after, but makes my life a little bit easier. What fictional character are you attracted to? Cynthia, the champion from the 4th generation of Pokemon. Cynthia. Hey, dog, did you go out tonight? Or no? I knew you had taste. You had that ready to go. It's a question I've been asked before. I don't want to print the responses. Huh? What's your favorite thing about Big Brother 8 contestant Richard Donato? I could not tell you who Richard Donato is. I'm going to be honest. That's my answer. What was your relationship experience like prior to America? I dated someone in high school going into first year of college for like 2 years, 18 months, something between 18 months and 2 years. It's a high schoolish relationship, but it was real. And then in college, a lot of like, week to week kind of stuff, but no serious relationship after that before America. It's my relationship experience. Dick is short for Richard. Oh, Richard Donato. Duh, Dick Donato. What was the question? One thing I like about Evil Dick? He's a super fan. I love that he loves Big Brother. There's not that many super fans who've won the show, and he's one of them. What does weekly mean? Week to week? Like I wasn't with anyone for like a month, but we'd be like hanging out for a few weeks. Like, I guess situationships, a few of them. Nothing serious. It was really, liking a show is a compliment. Yeah, he's a super fan. I like that. Cold Stone Creamery or Baskin Robbins? Cold Stone. Not a question, but you're definitely one of the most relevant BB players since you were always talked about. I think it's a bad thing because, like, not all publicity is good publicity. Weekly situationships? Shut up. That's not what I said at all. That's not what I said at all. But yeah. I mean, I guess I'm one of the more relevant, but it's kind of because I've made myself relevant by just tweeting so much and streaming and doing all these things. Thoughts on the Pokemon leaks? Hashtag not all Typhlosions. So for you not turbo nerds out there, there was a leak of Pokemon source code, and they had a ton of stuff from the past, like, 15 years leaked. And one of the things was, like, this myth about Typhlosion, who's a fire Pokemon, who, like, got in a relationship with a teenager. I think it's very funny. Even if that story isn't exactly, if I didn't, say it perfectly well, the gist is, like, there's a lot of Pokemon fans who are forced to, like, defend pedophilia in the name of, it's not pedophilia, it's folklore, and that's kind of funny. But I love Pokemon, so. If you had to rank your mods 1 to 5, who goes where? So this is what? Mike, Ned, Tay, Katie, Tom? I think it would be like Katie, then Tom, then at this point, Mike, then Ned, then Tay. I feel like Ned and Tay are not here that much. I think Ned's here a little bit more. But I think Katie and Tom are clearly the best mods. And sure, they're always here doing stuff. Mike's here too, but it's just he hasn't had enough time. And he has all the Mike baggage. So. Katie and Tom are pretty interchangeable, though. Have you invited Quinn to Nashville? Yes. I said, whenever you want to come out, we got a bedroom for you. What social media platform has the best BB fans? Oh, shit. I think TikTok or Instagram has to be the answer. It's like the casuals, but not the Facebook casuals, you know? Just say Twitch. I think Twitch is a cop-out, because that's just my fans. I think it's got to be Instagram. Instagram or TikTok is the answer. Twitter is not a viable option. I think Reddit is not as bad as people say it is, even though it's bad. Like, just don't act like Reddit's worse than Twitter. It's very different, and it's got its own problems that are, like, they're more misogynistic. Twitter's terrible, though. I think they're the same, Reddit and Twitter, is all I'm saying. Tumblr. I feel like Big Brother fans back in the day must have loved Tumblr. I don't think Reddit. I think Reddit's probably actually better than Twitter, to be honest. Why law school instead of grad school? I think law school is a lot more practical. Grad school would truly be me just not knowing what to do with my life, so I'm just continuing education. I don't think there's anything I'd want to do career-wise that I would require a master's degree that I couldn't do with my bachelor's degree. Obviously, law-wise, there's more. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done to get a crush's attention? Probably in the house with America when I was counting on my hands, like pretending to count the days so she would acknowledge me. It was kind of embarrassing. Like, what was I doing? What did that do? What was the point for that? Can you open resubmissions? I'm going to get these 36 and then get offline, y'all. How many questions do you expect me to answer? And it didn't work? No, it didn't. Granted, America was mad at me for no reason. Because she was mad at me for not inviting her into the for real conversation. When it's like, instead of sitting out there with Jag, just open the door, America. And she didn't even tell me. She didn't even tell me why she was upset. So I was like, what do I do? Anyways. That's not the reason. Well, there was the other time when the jealousy time, but I think that's a different thing. That wasn't that time. I think that was the other Cold War, right? Mobile delay is crazy, is it? Yeah, that's a different war. Keep up, okay? There's many sagas. When is the Quinn Twitch deep dive? I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough about the season to do a Quinn deep dive. Like, I was obviously very clocked in, but I don't think I could go week by week in the same way Taryn could. I think in a way, doing the awards would be like a bit of a deep dive with Quinn. Just going through the best moments. Learn your AmeriCorey history, y'all. Yeah, you guys don't follow AmeriCorey story, and it shows. If you went on BB again and won HOH, would you want an HOH letter from America or your parents? Definitely America. Definitely America. I think, like, if I was a parent, I would want one for my kid. But other than that, I think your significant other is the person closest to you. Also, America would be funny. Like, because I also know she'd be, like, glued on the feeds and stuff. I think my list would be, like, America first, then Zach. Not America first. Whoa. America, then Zach, and then everyone else. America would have a code, too. Oh, we've already talked about it. Best part of your anniversary? Best part of my anniversary? No, America was sick. It was kind of a bummer. My steak was delicious. Actually, no, I wrote a card to America, and then she read it and really liked it, and that was very sweet. Mom, why are you watching my stream? You should be, it's 9:30, you're in bed. I already got an HOH letter from you. It's not fair. Mom responding from the other room. Yeah. Can you give 5 subs real quick? No, at the end of stream. Do you think a year from now Chelsea's game will still be regarded as top 5? Her game being regarded as top 5? I don't know if I think it's top 5. Dan in season 10 I think was better. Derek in 16 was better. Andy in 15 was better. I think Cody I think is better, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think she is 5. Yeah, I think she's 5. I think so. I think as time goes on, her game's going to be looked at better because people are going to forget the small flaws in the same way they all forgot Derek's flaws and Cody's flaws and Dan's flaws and things. I think as time goes on, you just, like, forget about the small details and think more big picture. Like, oh my god, she got rid of Quinn, she got rid of Joseph, she got rid of Leah, which is all true. So I think it will be regarded as top 5. Unless someone plays really well and pushes her out of it. But I think most people have her above Cody. Well, okay, he benefited from being a good-looking white guy is very true, but I don't care about the pre-gaming Brianna. I think he had a much harder cast to play against, and everyone is pre-gaming, so I just don't. Like, if he played a Paul BB19 game against newbies, I'd penalize him more. But I think he played against a harder cast. Obviously, I think he played against the best cast in Big Brother history in terms of, like, how strategic they were, except maybe BB7, but I still think BB22 is better. And he played, I think, a more flawless game. So, that's my read. Worst BB26 tweet you've seen? Would you consider the shooting threat a BB26 tweet? I mean, I don't know. Did that have a hashtag BB26 attached to it? I'll allow it. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. How do you feel about BB25 Matt hanging out with BB26 cast every second? I don't hold it against the BB26 cast, I'll tell you that much. How could I? Like, that's not on them. They're just hanging out. They're all casuals, you know, that's fine. Matt's fine. Not for me. I think he's a dumb idiot. I think he's a misogynist, but, you know, he's not hurting me anymore. He's not hurting America. He's just living his life. So, you know, I don't blame the BB26 cast. It's not on them. Who's better at karate, you or Quinn? I think me. I don't. Does Quinn have a karate background? Someone invited him? Of course. He was second place last season. Of course he's invited. Yeah. Does Quinn have a karate background? I don't think so. So me. Definitely me. If you want a Big Brother again, what photos would you want in your HOH basket? Just a picture of me in America, a picture of me and my siblings, picture of me and my parents, picture of my dog. That's it. I'm not super specific about which ones. I don't care about that much. Who's your most problematic friend? Felicia? I think. Probably Felicia. That's the answer. Is there a chance you'll do another gap year? No. I mean, never say never, but no. Look, if for some reason law school doesn't work out, I'm going to be working next year. It's not like another gap year is a possibility. If it's not law school, it might be something else. But definitely not a gap year, no. Fuck, Marry, Kill, BB Bible, Superfan Rick, Spoiler Girl. I think I have to kill Superfan Rick. I'm going to say it's Kiss, Marry, Kill. Fuck, Marry, Kill is a little bit too hard. I'm not fucking anybody. That's weird. I'd probably have to marry Spoiler Girl, kiss BB Bible, I think. Like, Spoiler Girl would be just like marrying a Big Brother Twitter person. Which, would not be good, but we move. She's rich, apparently. All right. We watch Bold and Beautiful together. I could do that. Georgia's up 23 on number 1 Texas at half. This whole season's a mess. How's Vanderbilt doing versus Ball State? Someone give me the score. When did you think about being a streamer? Was it in the house or postseason? Just postseason, when everyone was doing their influencer stuff. TikTok didn't feel right to me. Instagram was like okay, but how do you do anything on Instagram? And obviously I was a fan of Twitch before, so I was like, let's try it. I had a couple good ideas for streams, and then my first couple streams, I really enjoyed it. It just made sense. She's MAGA. Again, it's Superfan Rick and BB Bible. Like, MAGA is the least of my concerns. 17-14 with 12 minutes left in the fourth. Vanderbilt, perfect type of, we beat Alabama, number 1 in the country, beat Kentucky, and then fighting to the death with Ball State. God Gamer Challenge with Goo. Isn't that the like getting over it and Jump King and stuff? I've never played any of them. I'd have to put in practice. How'd you get those Nike shoes? All right, that's another 5 subs. That's another 5 subs. One of you guys cracked the code about the Nike shoes. Or about the, you could always ask this question. Why is it so secret? Hey, it's 5 subs. That's 10 overall. Well, I thought I was going to get through with only 5. Go see We Live in Time. I will. Are you inviting Quinn and Leah to double date yet? I don't think they're dating. I haven't asked Quinn about it, but that's my read. It doesn't seem like they're dating. But they're both welcome in Nashville whenever they want. We've got a room for them. Potentially separately, I would imagine. One could take the couch. Leah said she was single last night. It's so over, Quinn Leah fans. I will say, like, people were pretty stupid in the sense of, like, you couldn't say that Quinn and Leah are probably not together without people being like, why are you attacking Quinn? It's like, well, I think there's like a people being mean to Quinn, but then there's also the very most likely situation that they're just not together. People were being weird. Popular vote percentage for president and then electoral college prediction. I think Harris is going to win the popular vote by a smaller margin than Biden did. Probably like 51-ish%. And then probably lose the electoral college by a hair, by a little bit. It'll be close. The electoral college will be close. But I think she'll lose, unfortunately. So you guys got to go vote. I'm voting. I got my ballot. Look, I'm a very simple guy when it comes to elections. The economy is bad right now, and a Democrat is president, which I think means the Republican's going to win. That's the math I'm doing in my head. But maybe Trump is enough of an anomaly to get people to get Democrats mobilized enough. Don't be negative. I want you to. This is a call to action to go vote. I vote in Florida, definitely Florida. Tennessee, my vote is null and void. When is the Angela stream? I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get in contact with Angela. She seems like on a different planet than me. What is your favorite outfit of America's? Favorite outfit of America's. If you guys saw the fit she wore to the Riley Green premiere party, album premiere party, that was pretty cool. I think I like the yellow dress. She wore it a couple times. Obviously during yellow dress night. She also wore it during the finale or during the round table. That was a crazy look. Also the light blue bikini. But those are my answers. Can you really see yourself living in New York? Yes. I don't know if I like it. Right now, if I had to bet money, I think I'm not going to like it. But I don't know that, so I'm not going to not give it a chance. But I don't know if we're going to end up in New York. A lot of that hinges on law school, and I have to get in somewhere. Maybe it'll be Chicago. Maybe it'll still be Nashville. I don't know. But just based on me, my gut is I'm not going to love New York. But I don't know if America loves Nashville, I think she likes it, likes parts of it, but that's my guess. We'll see, though. I think I can make it work. Will you rank the BB Matts? So we got Matt Hoffman, Matt Kleins, Matt Klotz, Matt Hardiman. Matt Hoffman 1, Matt Hardiman 2, Matt Kleins 3, Matt Klotz 4. I think Matt Kleins gave us more good moments, more fun moments than Matt Klotz. Matt Turner, yeah, I think of him as Turner, but Matt Turner I'd probably have personally number 1, but probably between Matt Hoffman and Hardiman as like a character. Matt Kleins is the BB19 Matt. Where do you rank? Still above Matt Kleins and Matt Klotz. I like Matt Hardiman though. I think he's funny. I think he's great casting. All right, 13 more. The juiciest gossip Cedric told you about BB26. Juiciest gossip? Spill? I'll do 15 subs because I don't know. I don't really have anything. Like the juiciest gossip is like personal stories of his that he was like telling in the house that I guess was in lockdown stories. So I'll say 15. Will a potential Quinn Leah Patreon be a serious threat to the AmeriCorps media empire? No, but the AmeriCorps Patreon, we gotta advertise it more. We're slipping. What would you do if when you okay I caught it before I stopped talking, but I just was trying to get through it anyways. Would you rather go on the Survivor Cruise or the Challenge Cruise? So the Challenge Cruise is like Fessy, Cara, Mark, Johnny Bananas, Tori. America advertised it today. Big America. Where'd she advertise it? I think I'd rather go on the Survivor Cruise. I know more survivors than challengers. Also, I think on Instagram. Good for you, America. Let's go. I should do it too. But yeah, I think Survivor Cruise for sure. I think the challenge vibes are probably a bit more rancid. I think there's more beef on those casts. For book club. If you went on Big Brother again and got videos from home, who would you want to be in the video? America and my family. America, Zach, Molly, Mom, Dad. if you're asking America or them, probably America because I already got one for my parents. So, like, how different would it be? Joey. Of course, there are Joey in there. Fuck Joey, I guess. I hate how dogs can't understand FaceTime. What did you and Taryn talk about IRL? And be honest, were you good at rock climbing? We talked a lot about Big Brother, which I think is very natural. But, like, you know, some stuff about Big Brother of, like, what it's like to cover the season and what he actually thinks about people. And we talked about, like, the history of Rob as a podcast Big Brother with, like, the different live feed correspondents, like Alex Kidwell and Brent and all that mess. We talked about not really our personal lives, because, again, it wasn't that long, but stuff like that. The ancient lore, kind of. And then I was bad at rock climbing. I was not horrible for my first time, but I was not good. I was able to climb, like, 2 or 3 of the walls. Climb the easy one and then 2 of the harder ones. But they weren't, I mean, they were harder for beginners. For actual climbers, they're nothing. That's juicy, you're underselling. No, it was just, like, from his perspective, like, how messy was it all? Everyone knows the actual controversy, why they got cut, Alex and Brent. Terrence Devin is 30s, isn't he? That's not my information to share. And you didn't ask it in the question, so. But I have no idea how old he is, honestly. Are you proposing to America after law school? Nope, not the plan. Do you actually miss America when y'all are apart like this, or have you moved past that stage? No, I do. I think it's like, is it cute? Is it sweet? Is it adorable? Is it codependent? It's probably all those things. But yeah, I definitely miss America. It's weird. Like, we spend all of our time together, and then it's like cut off cold turkey. So yeah. Who from BB26 does the best on a return? Chelsea. I think everyone else is bad enough individually that they don't do well on a return. I think you could say Cam because he's going to be likable and chill and just get far again. But could he win? I don't know. I think Quinn would learn a lot from his first time and do better a second time, and he has a lot of skills to do well. But I think Chelsea is so dramatically the best player on the season that I would still just bet on her coming back in. And assuming she comes back, I assume there'd be other huge threats. Mackenzie could have Calafiore upside. I think Cody played a much better game than MJ the first time around. But Chelsea. Yeah, Cedric could be good, especially, like, you know, because he's such a fresh recruit, didn't know anything about the show. Knowing more, he'd be better. What is your Roblox password? Okay, dead honest, I have no idea. I auto-log in. Like, it has my password saved. I could not tell you my Roblox password. Yeah, that's the truth. Do your friends in America get along well? Yeah, they don't hang out very much. I think my best friend Matt in America talk more, and they get along really well. But, like, my other friends, like Daniel and Jonathan, have hung out with America for, you can count the amount of hours on one hand. Daniel a little bit more, but yeah, definitely get along. America's very easy to get along with. She's nice and fun. Have you ever felt guilty about how you treated America on Big Brother? No. No, it's a game, and I didn't do anything that I, you know. Like, I assume you mean, like, ratting her out on occasions. I think with me and America, the beauty is it went both ways. With screwing up each other's games and whatnot, and I don't feel guilty about that at all, no. Like, it's fine. Like, ultimately, we ended up on the same side together, and I went out first. I think everything I did, there was a reason for it, whether it was right or wrong. No, I don't feel guilty about that. I feel guilty about not standing up for her a little bit more in some of those conversations with, like, Jared specifically. Even though I did pretty hard to the point where I was getting in, like, yelling matches with him, but obviously I wasn't aware of the Matt and Cameron stuff, but I mean, I was aware of the Cameron stuff, and that was tricky because I feel like every time we found out stuff about Cameron that he said or did to America, it'd be during his HOH, which is hard. So, last question. Did you lie about non-game things in the house? Yes. A lot of stories. A lot of, like, personal stories I might have lied about to, like, ingratiate myself or to have something to talk about when people were sharing stories. But you could argue that was game-related. But, you know, it's not really about super game-related. The bar fight story, or, you know. The white pizza, yeah. So I don't think you'd consider that game-related. Okay, y'all. What a big success. Let me go gift myself some subs. It is huge for me. So 15's the number, right? Pick me, please. Me, please. Me, please. Some of you guys already have subs. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the chat. Cory hates me. You don't even have a sub, Steele? Damn. Damn, Olivia. Let's raid Brando. What's Brando doing? This Mon wins Kaizo Ironmon. Ooh. Kaizo Ironmon? I know you guys want to see that. Pabs. Thank you for the gift. Gifting Crispy. I appreciate you. But again, I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out. That's kind of all I got. You know, it's hard to organize really good streams down here. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to do something with a family member, whether it's Molly or my mom or something. I'm going to try, but it's hard, you know, given the circumstances. But we'll be back to, like, higher quality effort streams when I get back. Did you get your license renewed? My appointment's for Monday. It's always been for Monday. So I'm just hanging out until then. I go back on Monday. Monday night. So, that'll do it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for hanging. Are you driving your car back to Nashville? No, my car's in Nashville. I just flew down to get my license. All right, we're gonna raid Brando. Is it Brando Meyer Dev? Just Brando Meyer. Okay. All right, y'all. Send Brando my love. Peace, y'all.
Out of heals. I'm just trying to math it because that did 67 damage. If I burn a heal, we're gonna take 67 damage. What's up, gamers? Welcome in, Cory. Thank you for the raid. Well, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Cory Wurtenberger. Way too tense of a moment for this, might be. We're doing some math here. I'm gonna hyper potion. Oh, we only.